After some incredible results, Arsenal top with a 5-point lead. Manchester City with a chance to cut that lead to 2 with a win at Tottenham on Sunday. Manchester United move up to 3rd on 42 points. Newcastle have the chance to reclaim 3rd with a win in the late game. But what a season it's proven to be for Brighton and move into the top 6. A similar story for Brentford up in 7th, Fulham dropping to 8th. Chelsea in 9th and 9 points off the top 4. And Liverpool stayed 10th. They could end the day 13 points off the Champions League places. At the other end, Southampton, well, they remain bottom on 15 points. They're joined in the bottom 3 by Bournemouth and Everton, despite the Toffees win earlier. West Ham and Leeds are also on 18 points, with the Hammers to play shortly. Wolves up to 15th, 2 points clear of the relegation zone. Leicester go above Forest in 13th. They're on 21 points, 3 clear of the drop zone. Palace and Villa remain in 12th and 11th, respectively.
It seems like a mixture of sort of happiness and a bit of relief as well.
Mixture, yeah, but happy with the win, of course, with the team performance and the spirit in the team. Of course, we are also not happy with the incident and then the send-off of Casemiro.
Yeah, let's come to that, because that's clearly a key moment in the game. What was your take on it at the time and after seeing it back perhaps as well?
I think many players were involved, and then they're picking one out. And that's first of all. Then a player from Crystal Palace takes a big risk by bringing a big injury, as we had last week with Christian Eriksen. And yeah, so then as a team you miss 2 important players. And then the team stands up. They're standing for each other. You see the togetherness in this team, the spirit. But of course, you can't cross the line. There are limits. You can't cross, and yeah, obviously now we have to take that, and for the next games he will be suspended, and that's a loss. But yeah, we have to deal with that, and therefore we have a squad.
Do you feel he overstepped the mark with that though, or do you feel that it was an unfair decision?
When you freeze the clip, but when you see it all over in that incident and you are consequent, yeah, then you have to take many more measures. But it's obviously when you only take that out, yeah, he crossed the line there.
In terms of the game, it changed the pattern of the game, didn't it? You seemed to be in a comfortable situation at 2-0.
Yeah, but it's, I think always, and they are looking for that. But I think also the refereeing has to protect them. They are, you know, where they are looking for. And it was such a bad foul was made there, and yeah, a big risk on a bad injury.
Real team effort and a crowd effort today to get us over the line.
Yeah, it was tough, but especially, of course, after the red card. I think we controlled the game very well. The first half we scored an early goal, and then similar the second half we started really well. We scored the second, and after the red card, of course, it was really tough. We fight until the end. I think the team did really well. We defend really well because they put players in front, good players, and we defend really well. We conceded 1 goal, but I think we won massive 3 points today.
Was that, you said fight, was that the crucial thing today, the fight in the last 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's not easy when you lost a big player like Casemiro. And then they start to attack, they score 1 goal and still 15-20 minutes to go. So I think we show a massive spirit today, great character, the whole team, the players from the bench, they've been amazing. So that means I think we are doing really good things as a team, and everyone is ready to play.
When they made it 2-1, in fairness, there's still 20 minutes or so to go, but in fact, they didn't really create clear chances. Does that show how good the defending was from the crosses and the set pieces?
Yeah, I think we defend really well. I think the manager did good changes. I think we feel solid at the back, but I think we fight a lot. We fight a lot as a team, and so it's been. Sometimes you have to win games like this, like today, and that shows that we are a good team, I think.
And you mentioned Casemiro, obviously going to miss him, but Sabitzer came on and made a few tackles and enjoyed himself. So I suppose it's all about the squad when you lose an important player.
Of course, we're already missing Christian, Scott, now Casse. So yeah, it's a bit tough because they are big players for us. But of course, we have more players. We have a bigger squad. Marcel did really well. The minutes he's been on the pitch. I think he's a great player. So yeah, you have to be together and train well. I think everyone is training well and everyone is ready to play.
On a special day where we saw the Munich commemorations before the kick-off and the big surfer flag going across the Stretford end, it's quite fitting that one of our own players, Marcus Rashford, turned out and got the winning goal today on this day.
Yeah, it's always, of course, emotional those days, but yeah, it's great. A guy from here, from the clubs, he's been here all his life, and he scored the winner. It's great, but I think it's a team win today. I think we've been really good, play good, and deserve the 3 points.
Well done. Thank you very much.
Calmer atmosphere here at pitch side at Old Trafford than it was about 20 minutes ago. Crystal Palace really threw everything at United, but they came through it, Webbs, and to be honest, we've seen this from Erik ten Hag's sides. When they've had their backs against the wall, when they've had adversity, they've managed to deal with it, and they did it again today.
Yeah, I think over this season we've shown strength in character, we've shown resilience, and as you say, when your back's against the wall, we come out fighting. We showed professionalism towards the end to, whatever way you look at it, to waste time, to run down the clock when was needed, when our backs were against the wall and we had 10 men. Eric made necessary substitutes to make sure we were solid, and taking the three points was massive. I think had we've had our pocket picked like we did at Sellers Park, it would have felt like a really damp squib at the end of the game.
Do you know what's interesting is, Conleth, you said that you've seen a few games here in the last few weeks, including, I think, the Manchester derby, but it felt like the cheer at the end of that game today was almost as big as the one against City, just because of how much United's backs were against the wall towards the end there.
Yeah, I think my pulse is just back to normal now, but it was very SBT towards the end, and we couldn't see why Casemiro was sent off. But I thought our new signing played admirably. I didn't see why he was booked either. Well, he wasn't booked, but he was, blown up for a foul, and I thought he was brilliant too. But it was nerve-wracking at the end, and maybe a bit tired at the end, but still kept the discipline and kept it together to win. So,
do you think that's something maybe that we might not have seen, say, a year ago? So, last year at Old Trafford, it was Ralf Rangnick's first game in charge. That was against Crystal Palace. United won by a 0-0 through Fred, but it feels different now. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I think it is. I definitely think it is. We were saying before the kick-off that, people seem to be happy to be part of a squad now, which they didn't seem to be under our ex-Austrian manager. So, yeah, definite difference. And I think he's got lots of qualities, patience with Sancho and Martial, and also discipline and determination. So it's all paying off.
Obviously, as Conleth says, a red card for Casemiro. Disappointing because he's been so influential to this Manchester United side since his arrival. Obviously a blow. You can see why the referee made that decision, but when you think about the 3 games that he's going to miss, it could be worse for United, I suppose.
No, yeah, firstly you can see why the ref made the decision. He's not malicious, but when your hands are where they are, then of course, when you're re-looking at it on a screen, it looks bad. So yes, you can understand that, and he took it and went down the tunnel, but the next 3 games, I think, I disagree. I think they're big games in terms of Leeds, home and away. We need your Warriors in the middle of the park, especially to go to Ellen Road and make sure that we have that fight. He's a big miss. We saw it at Arsenal. He's a big miss, not just for what he does in terms of on the ball, but what he does for the people around him and the standards he demands from everybody.
Yeah, he's got that fight as well, which we saw probably in the wrong way with the red card, but he's got that fight, there's no doubt about it. Just finally then, before we move on to Sam, who's in the international suite, that second goal finished off by Marcus Rashford. What a team move. It felt like, and I'm not sure whether this is true or not, it felt like everyone was involved, everyone touched the ball. Yeah. It was just a picture book goal.
Yeah, well, it was between me and him who scored, really. Oh, you mean the team, not the crowd? Yeah, no, it was fantastic, and I'm glad for him, because I wasn't sure that he was having his best game, but that's what he does, just out of nowhere, and with the help of the team, gets this brilliant winning goal. So happy to see him on the score sheet. Yeah, brilliant move.
Conleth, it's been great to have you with us on MUTV today.
Cheers,
appreciate
man.
your time. Conleth's going to head back up to the suites, and Sam's in one of them as well.
When you have to work that hard, does that just add to it?
Yeah, I think so. It obviously feels much more nicer at the end when Old Trafford was absolutely bouncing, and I think the energy that the crowd were giving us today, I think especially in the last 20 minutes was why we're here, why we love it here, and why we enjoy being out on that pitch, playing in front of them, because we felt like they were with us, and we feed off that energy, and they helped us a lot in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, on that point, I mean, people do wonder whether crowd support does make a difference. In that situation, when you're a man down, under a bit of pressure, and there's a wall of noise and support, does it make, every tackle is cheered to the rafters, does that make a difference?
Yeah, I think 100%. I think if you just watch the last 20 minutes, or maybe even the last 5 minutes, I think it shows that it does make a big difference. And I think it was such an important 3 points today, and they clearly made or did their part to help us achieve that.
So 2-0, it looked like it was going to be a regulation victory, didn't it? First of all, the goal, your pass to Marcus. I suppose these days you put it in there, you just expect him to score, do you?
Yeah, I think he's on that hot streak. I think he's learnt now to always be in the right positions to score goals, and he's doing that. He's a man on fire at the moment, and a very vital part of our team, and the way we're performing is a lot down to him and what he's been doing, and hopefully he can keep on getting the goals and keeping the high performances at a good level.
Obviously it changed a bit when Casemiro was sent off. Did you have any idea what was going on, or was it confusing because there was all sorts of pushing and shoving and the VAR getting involved?
Yeah, to be honest, there were so many people there, I didn't actually know what was going on. I think a lot of the players on the pitch were talking who's it for, and then someone obviously mentioned Cassie, and I think always everyone knows whenever the ref goes over to the monitor, then it's not good. And yeah, of course we're extremely disappointed to lose him, but I think it's now a big opportunity for someone else to come in and make their mark on this team, and show their qualities and why they're here.
Because Marcel came on, put himself about a bit as well. The crowd enjoyed that.
Yeah, of course. Now he was amazing, and he's not been here long. He's only been here a couple of days now, and he showed his quality in training, and I think to come on with 10 men and show that impressive performance in not so long is good, and shows signs to come of what he's about.
13 straight wins here at Old Trafford. That hasn't happened since the boss, since Sir Alex was in charge. It's quite an achievement, and certainly in the modern game.
Yeah, of course, but I think we need to keep that up. We speak about it a lot to make sure that when teams come here, they find it very difficult. I think maybe in the past it hasn't been that, but I think especially now with that record, 13 games now, I think there's no reason why we can't keep it going, and and keep that going up and up.
Well done.